guys, this is Theo from the Network Online, and today I got a special package in the mail. Actually, it's been in the mail for maybe a couple weeks now, but let's go ahead and see what we got today. Alright, so I've gone through 2 layers of boxes, which we're not going to need anymore. And this is what we got right here. So, today we got the Max Factory. It is the Heavy Armament Atago. So this was a pre-order exclusive from the Good Smile online shop. And of course, let me go take the little paper off here. Get that away. And you can see, so it's part of the Wonderful Hobby Selection. And some of you might know this, so it's part of Good Smile's exclusive online side. So she is 1/8 scale, and some of you know she's part of the Kantai Collection, so she's one of the Kantai girls. And of course, we can take a look at the box here. Very standard white box. Got some shiny logos here. A little bit briefing on the back about her. And yeah, pretty standard figure box. Max Factory's been doing a lot of similar boxes in the past like this. I have a big box like here, and we've gotten a little flap here. If you guys are familiar with Max Factory's other line, their native figure, the box is actually very similar. So let's go ahead and dig right on in. Alright, so what we got here is we've gotten her somewhat out of the box already, and the first thing we've gotten, of course, is a base. Some people might resemble it kind of in some patterns and hexagons. And then you got a little... So what's interesting here is they got a metal little peg here. So that's actually a very good sign. Early figures used to have some leaning issues, so this is very reassuring that they've got a little metal peg in here to help in it. So we'll go ahead and get the rest of her out. Alright, so there we go. So now we got her fully assembled. You can take a look at her. She's absolutely gorgeous with all her weapons in here. She's got her twin cannons that's movable in the front. We've also got one in the back that's also movable. You can kind of tilt it back and forth a little bit. Same thing with here. So these looks like there's kind of on a ball joint here, so you can tilt it back and forth. And let's see. So interesting, some of you might find she does, while assembling her, is kind of interesting. So getting in the metal peg was pretty simple and easy. However, towards the back in here, she has a little plastic clear piece here. So this is intended to help prevent some leaning issues. So the way that she's angled, if you see here, that she's kind of leaning, she's going to be obviously in the front, but she's going to be a little bit back heavy. So they put this little piece in here that goes into the back. Now I have seen some online, people have asked, is it supposed to go in? It's like a little ball in there. As far as I can tell, it doesn't really supposed to go all the way in, but what it does is it helps give it that little support in there, because there is going to be some weight in there that's going to help just push it a little bit and prevent some leaning issues here. So overall, she's a really good figure, you can see. Absolutely loving the hair sculpt. So obviously, for those of you who do a lot of figure collecting, Max Factory is really well known for their sculpts. Pretty fairly likeness to the character. She has really good airbrush work on her. So if you look at some of the, like for example on the stockings on her leg there, it's got a lot of good airbrush work going on. It's got some shadowing, it's got some highlights, so it gives you a little bit of contour. Hair has some really sharp designs, which is really nice. Also, especially the front of the bangs, which is also really nice. Of course, we don't need to talk about her ample bosom. That is gravity defying at that point. But they got like all the little details down too, even on the on her armament. If you can see in the front there, it's got like the little windows and everything in there. Also on the sides, she's got like these, obviously the little chains with the anchors going there on the sides, so one on each side. Yeah, overall I'm very happy about this figure. I don't see any issues with mine. I have heard some people had some issues with either damages from the arm. As far as I can tell, I don't see any problems here. She does cost around 1,700 yen about, so roughly about $160, obviously tax and everything else involved. She's good, so overall very happy. I would give her a pretty good rating over the price. So she is a little steep side on the end, so some people who wasn't able to get this may consider getting the normal version as opposed to heavy armament. So just like the Yamato, the other one that we do have, very similar. It's kind of a shaped around that's wrapped around her. Now for some of you, you may have gotten her sister also, so she does also, if you pre-order from the shop, also from the wonderful Hobby Life for You, she does come with her sister, and it gives a special plastic base where you can put the two of them together. Here I just decided to pick her up. I don't know if I can even still pick up the sister, but if any of you do decide to do that, make sure you consider that. Yeah, there's not much more to really say about her. I mean, she's a really good piece here that you guys can see. And yeah, definitely add it to my collection. So if you guys got any questions, feedbacks, or anything else you want to let us know, feel free to let us know in the comments. If you want to see more of these kind of figure reviews, please let us know. And yeah, that's it for me.